All right, here with Cal Poly head coach Larry Lee and student athletes Casey Murray Jr. and Tanner Sagouspe after a 6-4 win in the championship game of the 2025 Big West Baseball Championship presented by the Ontario International Airport. Coach, can you start us off with an opening statement, then we'll open the floor for questions.
Yeah, it's been a wild month down here this week. So just a lot of great baseball, a lot of intense baseball. Obviously happy the way it turned out, and it prepares us for what lies ahead.
Questions?
Coach, what is it about this team that allowed you guys to shake off a tough loss Friday against this team and come back and win 2 games against a team that you hadn't beaten previously this year?
They're just resilient and tough. So if you have enough of those type of players on the team, then it's infectious, and they've had the ability all season long to just forget about a loss and get to the next game. And it's a unique trait that not too many teams have, but they've done it all season long. So, very proud of how they carry themselves and how they compete. We talk about all the time about dealing in reality. So it doesn't matter how the score happened. You shorten the game and you get to a certain point and you're either up a certain amount, tied, or down by a certain amount, and it doesn't matter how you get there. So these guys have really bought into that, and it was a great example of today's game. So yeah, just real happy. It's been a real fun year for me. I haven't had this much fun coaching baseball outside of coaching my son, but this group is pretty special. It's fun coming to practice, trying to help these guys realize their dreams, and you want them to play in scenarios like this, and just the atmosphere. And always tell them that when you can play in these big games and these big tournaments, then they become better as a baseball player. They get to learn how to handle situations. So, yeah, just proud of the way they carry themselves.
Yeah, and then you guys sent out Ethan Marmee to start today.
Yeah.
How would you even begin to explain his start? It was a bit of a peculiar one. He hit 7 batters, but also went 5 2/3 scoreless innings and didn't give up much hard contact.
Yeah, that was our plan. Just trying to make sure we get base runners every inning so we can work on our defensive capabilities. And we did plan, but that's where we were, in Game 5 of the tournament. We tried to just shorten the game, and Ethan got himself in some difficult situations, but he was able to get out of it. And I think it wears on your opposition when they have opportunities inning after inning and they fail to cash in. It kind of wears on them, and all of a sudden they start feeling the pressure of like, hey, we're running out of innings to get the job done. So it was great. He stood out there and kept on going, and our entire team was behind him, and he put up zeros. And you don't care how you win. You don't care if it's a high-scoring ball game, low-scoring ball game. You don't care if you win by multiple runs. It's just as long as you win, and then once you win, you get to the next game.
Dealing in reality. You've mentioned that a couple times. Coming into this game, you may not be in the tournament if you don't win.
Yeah.
So dealing with that reality, what was the message before the game to them?
Yeah, I stopped I stopped using messages of how important games were a while back, because I don't think they reacted very well to it. They put more pressure on themselves, and I got to a certain point early in the season where I just came to the conclusion that I'm not going down that path anymore. It's about just going out there, enjoy the competition, play for your teammates, and learn how to win. And I think that took all the pressure off their backs, and they just went out and competed, and it was a good formula. So I know, and our coaches know that have coached for a while, what happens in those committees, selection committees. I've been on the wrong end of it way too many times, and it's not a good feeling. And yeah, we talk about, okay, going into this game, we have 40 wins, where RPI is 30, and we're still talking about we got to win this game. So I didn't mention that to our guy. I just said, we'll go out, play to our standards, and have fun, man. Get out there, get after it, and be tough, be hard nosed, and just win pitches, win innings, and win the ball game.
Were you guys feeling that pressure at all? Was that a thought in the back of your mind, knowing you're going to pitch today? Like, what's at stake? What's on the line?
Yeah, I think just going into it, we kind of felt that momentum on our side with yesterday's game, and we kind of all know that it's hard being a mid-major and getting an auto bid or an at-large bid at any point in the season, no matter what your record is. So, like Coach was saying, we were kind of putting too much pressure on ourselves early on. We were facing some good teams, middle of conference, and we all kind of decided, like, hey, like, just let go, win one inning at a time, and kind of focus on that and not focus on the whole game as a whole, and then just kind of go from there. And coming into today, we did a really good job of just taking it one inning at a time and getting ahead early and then minimizing when we can. And Marmy did a great job, even in trouble, and bringing that momentum that he could have gave to them and shifting it completely to our side, even with guys on base, and shutting them down. So.
Yeah, about today, I mean, we knew we were going to play a good team. So, like, we knew no lead felt safe even when we were up 4-0, when we were up 6-4. Like, I mean, they're a good squad, but, I mean, we know how capable we're able to play. Yesterday, we, played well, and that's kind of just was the message today, just to keep riding that wave. We know we're playing a good team, but we know that we have all the abilities to be successful.
What gives you confidence you can go into next weekend and do the same thing?
Just this momentum that we already have. We got a good group of guys that believe in each other, and I think that wherever we play, we're gonna compete. So.
Boogie, it seemed fitting that you caught the last out after your game today. Just what's that feeling like when that ball hits your glove and you know that you've won the Big West tournament for the first time anyone's won it since 1998?
It's an unreal feeling, a feeling that I'm never going to be able to forget. We all played a part. There's a lot of little stuff that people don't talk about. Nate Castellone extending that inning, that 6th or 5th inning, whatever that was, but it took all of us, and we got the job done today.
And then Tanner, you didn't pitch all weekend, but your name was called in the biggest game of the year. What does that confidence in you mean to you, and also what was going through your head when your name was called?
Yeah, I think our guys have done a great job of picking each other up, and I've had my struggles in the last couple weeks, and I knew that I was ready whenever my name was called, and just be patient. But it was very easy to feed off of what my guys have done the last 3-4 games this weekend, and just being able to say, like, you know what, like, they put everything on the line for us to win each game, and like the least I could do is give it all I got. And so just kind of being able to flush whatever thoughts I was having and heading into this game, and knowing that they're fighting for me, I gotta fight for them. So
Larry, you mentioned this being the most fun team. What is it about this group? What's unique? What's special to create those vibes that going to the ball field has been different this year for you?
Well, they're good.
Usually helps.
Yeah, and like they all have different aspects. Like the pitchers have certain qualities, whether it's the starting pitching, bullpen. Our defense has certain qualities that they do and play, solid defense. And for me, having to run the offense, it's fun. They can do a number of different things, and so you can attack your opponent's weaknesses. And our guys in that starting lineup, they're able to execute what I want them to execute. And like we created a lot of different situations in this championship game, and we didn't quite cash in. You know, we had bases loaded, I think nobody out, and they got out of it without giving up any runs. But, you know, just creating opportunities is great. And it's just, we create opportunities for the guy coming into the batter's box, and he gets that opportunity to cash in what the previous guys have done. So it's just fun. I mean, I enjoy watching these guys, and they've grown so much. But I also, you know, the toughness, the teams that I really like are the toughest teams. Like, they're not afraid, and they get after it, and they understand that the game is very difficult, and you're not always going to be on top of your game. And you get to see how they respond, and then how they turn it around in time. And it's you know, this is baseball, but it's going to carry on into their adult life. They're going to learn so many lessons by being you know, an athlete at the college level, and competing and being good teammates and sacrificing and working hard, and all those good characteristics that go into having them become successful, you know, later on.
They announced the host towards the end of your guys' game. UCLA is one of the hosts. Would you guys like to go back there? Because more than likely one of the Big West schools is going to be sent there. Would you rather go there, get another shot at them, or would you like to go travel potentially somewhere else?
You know, I like always going to someplace different. I like different experiences. I like bigger crowds. And I wish they would send us like across the country someplace. That would be my choice. That's just, I like playing the best teams at their place. But wherever they send us, I would like it to be an offensive place. I think because that's what I like, you know, to do, and then, but we'll see. We'll see tomorrow, you know, at 9 o'clock, 9:30, and then we'll figure out what our plan of attack is.
Players, do you have a preference?
I kind of don't have any preference. I think, you know, wherever they put us, we're gonna compete. So.
Yeah, I think that we're gonna be ready for wherever. I prefer somewhere big, and you know, somewhere cross country would be pretty cool. And I know our guys really thrive in that environment, and having you know, a whole ocean of people rooting against us, like that's something that we've done well with, and I think that'd be a cool experience. But like we all said, we'll be ready for wherever.
All right, thank you guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.